What's going on, you guys? Jay here and welcome back to the channel. So don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and if you get an opportunity, as always, on the way out, let me know how my sound is doing. I think I've got it again on point, but just let me know and I'll tweak it if need be. So as of January 6th 2025, Binance has burned over 70 billion Terra Classic tokens, these being LUNC tokens for short, just in case you're confused. This is around 17.7% of the total LUNC supply, so it's pretty significant, right? We need to understand that our supply is nowhere near as substantial as some people make out. It's nowhere near as significant as Shiba Inu's supply. And even though SHIB has a substantial supply, they hold a top 20 crypto position a lot of the time, and their market cap is in the billions. So we should never really focus on the limitations in regards to our total supply. Instead, we should focus on our market cap and the fact that currently sitting between around 500 million and a billion at times, we could be sitting around 10 billion, just like SHIB is. This is something that I keep paying a lot of attention to over the course of the, I would say, 2024 onwards. It was a key focus of mine. Now we are coming up to Binance's monthly burn. It's the 29th today, and yeah, happy Lunar New Year if you're celebrating that wherever you are. I'm wishing you the most success out there, and the same to everybody else listening. I hope 2025 really does bring you all of the success that you deserve. So going on to some burn talk, like I was saying, we're rolling up onto Binance's monthly burn. So we really want to address the situation and say, well, how have we done this month? How's it been previously? And how are things going? And honestly, currently sitting at Tuesday, almost Wednesday here, the recording of this video, but we've already burned 500 million LUNC. At this rate, we're pushing close to around a billion a week. This is a significant uptick in comparison to 2024 and 2023, where it was relatively slow. We saw the massive influx when MEXC was burning, which was really good. We saw another influx when Lunatic's token was burning as well. And then obviously we've seen Binance maintain their burning also, but there always could be more burning, don't get me wrong, but going back from like November, you can see this uptick on this week burning around 353 million, the following week around 396 million, 3.1 billion on that week in November, and yeah, another uptick going to around 619. So you can see there 396 to an uptick of around 619. So the averages are starting to get a little bit higher. Seeing it a little bit low there, thus me mentioning the averages, dropping down to around 365 million there, down to around 286 million, back up to 1.9 billion LUNC coins, and then really seeing a decent uptick at this point, around a billion, around 1.2 billion, around 1.5 billion, and this week sitting at around 523 million so far. And we're on this week where you're going to see a general uptick because these are where Binance commit to their monthly burns. We're currently looking at the LUNC supply on a weekly view. This is a really positive thing, and a lot of people simply aren't paying attention to it. The fact that prior to all of this real positivity surrounding the burning, we saw 250 billion LUNC coins removed from the total supply, and that was burned by TFL. This was overly bullish. It was something to be very excited about, and I was away at that time developing LUNCDash mobile app, getting it ready for launch, launching the official company in the United Kingdom, and really going through and doing all of the legal stuff. So I wasn't around for this burn, but I had reported on it. As you know, I was the one who went in, I dissected all of the different documents, and we figured out, oh wow, they've actually got to burn all of these assets. Now all of this, you might sit there and you're probably going, well, Jay, nothing's really happening. We're not seeing a massive influx in price. And what I would say to everybody is go back and look at my videos where I cover LUNC versus SHIB, and we go over and we compare the life cycle from the point of Vitalik burning 50%, well, around 48% of the total supply of Shiba Inu, to 8 months later when it eventually broke out by around 1,200 to 1,300%. That's where I'm thinking we're going in 2025. And there's a high possibility it could happen because, once again, right, as we've discussed many times on the channel, it's not just the LFG reserves, right, that we've got to burn through. There's another 8 wallets plus another Project Dawn wallet, and it adds up to a significant amount. I think it's an extra 6% on top of the 33% of a total supply that is held in LFG. And although some people sit there and they say, well, Jay, someone's already messed with the API, so it's actually already minused out these LFG assets, I would say to you, just because you turned the warning lights off on your car doesn't mean you got rid of those mechanical problems. And that's the exact same situation here. These coins must be destroyed, but I really do think it should be done in a strategic manner. And what I mean by that is similar to the upgrade stance that I've been having recently in my videos, where I've been explaining to you guys that we really should be putting a lot more effort into these upgrades. For example, if we are going to do this upgrade where we go to the new SDK, well, maybe we should begin to combine upgrades, you know, get more bang for our buck, so to speak. And although we do have paid per job, I'm sure as a decentralized ecosystem, we could figure it out, considering we're enforcing the paid per job, which is manually enforced by each validator. Now, with all of this being said, right, I'm very bullish on the idea of burning the LFG reserves because, again, it's a substantial amount. So is those 8 wallets plus the one Project Dawn wallet. This could have a massive impact on our ecosystem. When I think about the USTC repeg, we think about protocols like Juris, Selenium, and any others that are really developing that I'm not mentioning here. We are all walking right towards this idea of really sending Lunar Classic up into the billions of dollars in market cap and then actually maintaining that position. Now, I myself working on my layer 2 being Project Remedy that I can't really tell much about, but you'll know everything you need to know around a week before we're ready to launch. That's when we'll really start feeding out information. But remember, a series of videos are available. They're out there. If you can find them, find them. If you can't, you know, woo, but if you do find them, maybe you could be one of the first people to stake a claim, so to speak. Now, like I was saying, we're all converging towards this this point of where everybody's beginning to get into launch phases, right? There's a couple of new metaverses. I think there's a new NFT marketplace as well. So we should start to better align ourselves. And I think Roundtable's a really dumb idea, but I think the overall validator base should probably try to make an effort to maybe coordinate with a LUNC weekly space or something. It sounds so cynical or sort of like cringy, but I think we do, so everybody can sort of communicate a little better. And I know it's really hard for everybody at times. I myself finding it hard at times, but walking down the road of building LUNCDash, securing the chain, and ensuring you guys have got the technology you need to access stuff, right? We're now at a point of the chain is essentially secure. TFL cannot rug pull us. We can't be rug pulled by all nodes. We've got contingencies. Everything's going good. So it's at this point, I would say, we need to think like Shiba Inu. We need to think just like Ethereum is. Because when it comes down to SHIB burning, right, it's so heavily utilized, but guess what? There's no burn taxes. This is all done by community, right? So every single SHIB burn is a community member, a project, a coin, but it is not the actual token, right? Nothing is being burned by the developers. So this is stuff for us to start to absorb as we walk into the realms of a substantial burn and a substantial uptick in price. Again, look, SHIB's market cap showing here around 11 billion. How can they have 410, right, trillion total burn from the initial supply and then 589 trillion remaining of the total supply, yet they're maintaining an $11 billion market cap? So all of the people out there, right, that are, oh, you know, there's too many coins, they're talking absolute nonsense and they just want you to sell their bag so they can make a buck off of you. Remember, so many people are shorting the market whilst you're trying to earn an honest position, right? Don't get booked out. That's my not financial advice, if you get what I'm saying. None of this is financial advice. It's all for educational purposes only. So do I believe, right, saying about Shiba Inu, how we should start to look at them. Do I think we should get rid of the burn tax? No. But I do believe that in the future, we should consider reducing the burn tax significantly. And the reason why I say this, because as there's a general uptick in projects, protocols, layer 2 stuff, NFT markets, and overall more traffic on the blockchain, you're going to want to foster in a more productive environment. If you want to do that, well, you better lower your fees, because I'm telling you guys something for sure right now. Justin Sun is on a crazy warpath when it comes down to providing the perfect ecosystem with all of the tools you would ever need to stake a claim, so to speak. You know, this is all of the stuff that I'm paying attention to. These are all of the things that I'm looking at. And I see this guy is going to be offering a dubious 20% returns on his new USDD 2.0 stablecoin. On top of that, the guy's got a meme factory. He's got all of these things going on, right? No fees. So we should really start to think about all of this stuff as Binance is continuing to burn, right? There was a proposal recently where somebody suggested we should match Binance's burn methods or burn rates or something. I didn't look into it too deeply because I was traveling at the time. But if a proposal like that came up again, I would definitely pay a lot of attention to it. I really would, considering I'm developing a layer 2, which is going to be heavily reliant on microtransactions. And with those microtransactions, right, we as an ecosystem have given the ability for Binance to be whitelisted, hotlisted, whatever you want to call it, to be void of the burn tax so they can decide their own burn tax. Would it not be fair, right, to either reduce the burn tax or provide the option for any one of these layer 2s, protocols, products, NFT markets to get whitelisted and mimic the way Binance burns? I think it's like a 1% of the overall fees or whatever. We'll have to do a video on it. We'll have to break it down. Something to take away as a key takeaway here is there's a lot more burning going on. I'm seeing a lot of news out there that's quite negative. People saying, oh, a lot of coins are moving off chain. They're going back to the CEX. Well, what do you expect? People are panicking. It's normal human instinct. And from my perspective, I'll be doing a video on it, but this isn't the end of the bull cycle. I think we are just getting warmed up. I was talking about phase 3. I truly believe in it. I dollar cost averaged into a few coins today, being Ponky, Dog with Hat, Bonk, and of course, Luna Classic. I am scooping up Luna Classic coins like crazy because I know how heavily utilized they're going to be in Project Remedy. But guys, let me know what you think about the burn tax. Let me know what you think, how much Binance is going to burn. And aside that, just stay safe, stay humble, stay aware. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.